Terence Road, please. What a day.
Hard day, love.
It is not easy being the Messiah. You know, the second coming. Hold on a minute. Do you recognise me now? Have you read this? Load of rubbish. I mean, I don't remember my first time round, but they got me doing stuff in here that I would never have done. And the Old Testament, they made my dad to look really vengeful. It's ridiculous.
I suppose that's God, is it?
That's right, long, grey, wispy beard. Have you met him?
Look, love, I don't need all this.
Look, I'm only messing about, alright? I'm having a laugh with you. Long, grey, wispy beard. He shaves.
Look, love, I hope you got the fare for this because...
Look, I understand your reservations. I get it all the time. My mum. Bless her. She's gone now. My mum got really worried about me. Really worried. Even took me to a doctor. He was a religious man, but he didn't notice a thing. Told my mum to stop worrying. But she never. She worried right to the end. You know, when I was 12, I was on a bus going to school. This bloke gets on, starts giving it all this rubbish about fire and brimstone and sin, and I was getting really, really annoyed. I mean, I couldn't just sit there. I was a kid, and I just completely lost it. Got my bag and smacked him round the head with it. Bam, like that. And then he really started yelling, "You're all exorcist on me. The hell's fires rain upon you. The Lord will smite you." Smacked him again, even harder this time. Bam! And then he scurried off the bus like a little crab. And you know what? The people on the bus started clapping and cheering and patting on the back. And you know what happened then? A really strange thing. That was when I realised who I was. And I started to cry. I got off the bus at the next stop, saw a church across the road. Now, I'd gone past that church a million times on my way to school, and it never meant anything to me. But this day, I just found myself drawn to it. I went in, and I found a painting of myself, and I sat there all day, just staring at this painting. And then, I went home, and I found this on my mum's mantelpiece. That's me. I sat there all week looking at this picture. Me. All week. Then I got hungry, needed to go to the toilet. But my life was never the same. I mean, the Bible doesn't really go into my teenage years, but they were difficult. I didn't really have the normal teenage life, you know. Boyfriends, friends. I mean, there were people that I hung out with, but I never really saw them as my friend. And I don't think they saw me. I was always on the outside, sort of looking in. I never felt like I was part of the gang. People just didn't really want to know me.
When I was a kid...
No, go on, go on.
Well, we used to go down this caravan site. Sheppy, I thought it was. Anyway, I was a right little sod. I used to play my mum up something wrong. One day I was getting on her nerves and she said to me, "Oh, Paul, for God's sake, go and sit under the caravan."
I took her at her word and I went and sat there. I could hear them laughing and joking.
didn't bother coming looking for me. And at that moment, I thought to myself, you're on your own, mate.
I will feel like that at some point. But as you go on in life, the more you get wounded, the stronger you get, the more human you become.
So what happens next then?
Oh, Armageddon. I'll be rolling up my sleeves.
Terence Road, whereabouts you want?
Here's fine.
It's £9, please, love.
Okay, here's 20.
I just
Forget the change. I want you to do something for me. When you leave me, you go home, get your wife, and take her straight to the hospital. Listen. I want you to tell them to do an ERCP scan and pancreatic biopsy. Write it down. ERCP. Pancreatic biopsy. Promise you'll do this for me? Look me in the eye and promise you'll do this. Good. Okay. You know what? You're not as chatty as I thought you'd be.